Okay, we're going to take apart an easy here today, a Max Prop 4-blade easy. First thing to do is check the rotation and note it. This drill mark on the back here is aligned with the R, so it's set for right-hand rotation. You need to make sure you put it back that way so you get the same rotation. Next is take out the circlip inside. This circlip gets pulled out. Put your circlip tool on it. Pry it apart. Take the circlip out. Set her aside. Next, pull off this end cap for the rotation. Pull off one of the two halves, the upper half, and then from there all four of the blades or three of the blades will come out. Basically they pick up straight. The spacer then pulls. Remember, each of these is numbered. The spacer is numbered, the blades are numbered, and both the spinner halves are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, pull out the whole lower spinner and the central cone gear, and it's completely disassembled. The next step, if you want it, when you're ready to put it back together, you're dropping the spinner, the lower spinner back on. At that point, there's two drill marks. These have to be aligned. They rotate around each other, so when you put it together, those have to align. You need to make sure they stay aligned. The next is the cone gear, and at that point, there's a drill mark here and a drill mark in the spinner half. Those two need to align when the cone gear drops back in. When you drop it back in place, it needs to align correctly. With that said, you still need to make sure those are in alignment also. Next, spacer. Put the spacer on, making sure that blade number 1 and blade number 1 are all lined up. Drop the blades in vertical with the rounded edge aft. And make sure they're feathered. If they're off, it's pretty noticeable. When you drop them in one tooth off, that's pretty noticeable. Make sure that they're all feathered. At that point, make sure that your drill marks are still lined up. Nothing's off place. All the blades are feathered. Put the upper spinner on. Slide her in place. Put your end cap in place, making sure that in this situation the R lines up with the drill mark. So your R is lining up with the drill mark. At that point, get your circlip, spread it apart, slide it back down in place, let go, and you're good to go.